Okay, so this is the first video I am placing as Twin Flame. Hi, my name is Brown Sugar. My Instagram page for this type of resourceful information is at divinely_guided_1111 because that is my twin flame number. Now, I'm on here right now. It's got to be almost 2 o'clock in the morning Eastern time from New York. And I just want to talk about twin flames. I have not only admire a lot of the YouTubers that I follow because they put out very resourceful information. Now, I will be dropping this link into my Instagram so those who are interested can come on here and check out the video. A twin flame. Okay, so there are kindred spirits, and first of all, I'm going to get this clear. I'm doing this video because one of my, who I call soul sisters, just found out that she is a twin flame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to explain it to her because she knows that me and my twin flame are twin flames. She's been helping me with some things and keeping my head right, keeping me balanced, having me tap into my special gifts, teaching me what to do and things of that nature. So we're just going to get the tea spilt really quick. Now, you have kindred spirits. You have kindred spirits. You have soulmates, and you have twin flames, and you have karmic partners. Now, when you meet your twin flame, I'm going to talk about a little bit my experience. When I met my twin flame, I already met my twin flame once before, about, I want to say 7 years ago. To make a long story short, me and his sister, I knew the family before I knew him. Okay. And me and one of his sisters were actually really, really good friends, like best friends, went to college together. I used to always be at her house, the whole nine. So to make a long story short, I ran across him once before in the hospital. Took a very good glance at him. I'm going to be very honest. And we never officially made like full on eye contact. He was fine as hell. He's still fine as hell. He's still fine as all outdoors. I'm going to be completely honest. And saw him in the hospital. And, you know, I'm saying to her, like, girl, who is this? Girl, who is that? Blah, 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 blah. She's like, girl, don't even try it, bestie. He's a dog. He's this, he's that. But I'm like, girl, you got to give the man credit, though. He's fine as hell. I'm like, okay, whatever the case may be. Long story short, we met up. We had another interaction, 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago. So, I'm not going to get into the logistics of what's really going on. I might save that for a later video if I feel more comfortable to express that. But right now, I don't think that's the topic of the conversation, to be completely honest. So we're going to cancel out all the fuck shit. And whatever he was dealing with and is going through, and whatever I was dealing with and what I was going through. We're going to skip right to the part where I couldn't really understand what the fuck was really going on. I ran across the term twin flame. I don't even know how. Something was going on, and I noticed something very special and something that was taking place. I'm not going to talk about this special thing that was taking place because I'm going to choose to keep that private until I write my book. So, this special thing took place, and then I was like, you know, why is that doing that? And the person was like, I don't know, like, what do you think? Do you think I'm a Houdini or something? So I was just like, okay. So it made me go into it a little more. You know me, Google is my best friend. When I really want to know something, I latch on to Google. I'm Googling, and I ran across a term, and then I didn't pay any mind. Now, this was sometime late. This was early fall last year. Now, I know this sounds a little crazy. This is early fall last year. We are now almost halfway through 2019. But here's the jizz of everything. This oil smells so good to have burning in my burner, you guys. It's ridiculous. I've been going through it with this person like this for as long as we've been together, for almost 3 years. And I always knew there was something not off. And not to say off in a bad way, because there's nothing off about it. It was just like, something is really, I don't want to even say the word weird. What's the word? There's something particular about this individual and about this relationship that I can't quite put my fucking finger on. And I kept telling myself, something is going on. Something is going on. Like, I need to figure it out. Like, I need to figure out, like, what the hell is going on? So, long story short, right? Ran across this article by looking up. I ran across the article about twin flames looking up something else, and that popped up, and I'm like, wait a minute, talking about twin flames. So I started to read and do my research, and you know, you got your kindred spirits, you got your soulmates, and at the bottom you got twin flames. Twin flames is the highest form of a soulmate. So I'm like, okay, like, all right. So what happens now? Then I start reading on the signs and the phases that you and this person go through in life together. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck is really going on here? Like, I'm like, okay. So there's like 8 phases or something like that. You got the familiarity phase. And it's so crazy because when me and my twin flame went on our first date, even before we went on our first date, he used to tell me all the time, like, there is something about your eyes. So I'm just like, what do you mean? And I always used to catch him staring at me, like, staring at me in this way, like, he's admiring me, okay? He's looking at me also like he's seen me before. And every time I catch my twin flame looking at me, I'm like, why are you staring at me? And it wasn't like I was annoyed by him staring. I'm just like, you're looking deep into my soul, and I need to figure out what the hell are you trying to look for. And I used to say shit like this all the time, and I never really knew what the heck I was even talking about. But you know when you just have that all-knowing, when you are this all-knowing, which I am now, to a certain extent, I'm sitting here now, to fast forward real quick, I'm sitting here now, and one of our many official separations. And I don't even want to call it official. Okay? And I'm sitting here, and when you're sitting by yourself in your solitude, and you're going through these dark night of the souls, and these spiritual ascensions, and these spiritual enlightenments, and you feel things, you feel your body changing, that is beyond out of this world, you're like, yo, what the hell is happening to me? Like, this would make you think that somebody's doing something to you. He used to tell me all the time, it's something about your eyes. It's something about your eyes. Your eyes tell a story. Now, here's the funny, lovable haha and like aha moment is that seeing 11:11 right now on as I'm recording this. The funny aha moment when things are actually out in the open and you actually can recall situations, conversations, places, times. I remember what my twin flame had on from head to toe. Head to toe. I remember what we did. I remember what I was wearing. I remember what my hair looked like. I remember what my face looked like. I remember every single detail about our entire relationship from the day we met up until now. There's not a single thing in between, from talking, not talking, texting, not texting, communicating, not communicating, seeing him, not seeing him, stress, no stress, tears, no tears, this, no that, that, no this. There's nothing in between in the span of the 3 years that I have ever forgotten with this person. It was so intense that I already started to write a book. I wrote a book after my switch really took place in summer of 2017. And I want to say more towards the fall. It's like every time fall hits, something big happens. But that is to not even drag that out like that. But, so I was doing my research and I was like, okay, twin flames this, you got the familiarity stages, you have the knowing of like you already met them before. And he said that to me on our date. We were in the car, we were driving, and he's such a sweetie. Like, no, this is all about you. Whatever you want, we'll go in. He told me specifically, anywhere you like to eat, I'm down to eat anything. Anywhere you want to go, we can go. This is about you today. Whatever it is that you want, it's yours. Wherever you want to go, we'll go. I got it. I got you. And you know me, I could have been the boozy, but I know I wanted to go do something specific, and the man told me he was allergic to shellfish or shrimp, whatever the case may be. So, to this day, I even tried convincing him to eat a shrimp. I'm like, well, that could have been due to certain circumstances, and that could have been then. It's like 15 years later, you might not be allergic to it now. But anyways, enough with the rambling off with the mouth and jibbering off with the jibs. Doing all this research, and it seems like all my downloads and my spiritual information comes in every time we go into separation. Even if it's like he's under stress, he disappears, or when there's like a lengthy period of time, we can call it anywhere from 2 to 3 months where I don't see him. It's when the universe and God himself, the divine, is trying to shake me up. I went through depression, through extensive other circumstances. There was another scenario going on behind the scenes that I never told him that ended me up in the hospital, due to some information that I had found out. And this was not easy to deal with. I felt something tugging at my spirit and I didn't know what it was. And it's so crazy because I don't remember the date specifically, but I remember the day. It was a Tuesday and I was on my way to work in the city. And these rush of emotions came over me and I didn't know where the fuck they were coming from. And I'm like, yo, I think somebody's doing something to me. Like, spiritualized, juju, black magic, all that other stuff, right? So I told my aunt, always told me that I was special. And this lady always told me I was special. She always told me that I was an ugly duckling. Like, I've been through so much shit traumatically, dramatically in my childhood. It's ridiculous. Straight facts. And she always said, you know what? No matter what you went through, like, you're my niece and I love you. She's a prayer warrior. That lady will get out her Bible and spit a verse and have your knees buckle with the Holy Ghost because this lady don't play. So I don't speak to her as often as I should. And all I kept telling her was, yo, auntie, like, I don't know what's happening with me right now, but I need you to pray for me. And I need you to whip out your Bible and I need you to go to work and pray for your niece because something is tugging at my spirit and I don't know what it is. Now that I'm even talking about it out loud, I think that is when the connection clicked. Then I didn't know that. This was 2017. We are now 2019 and I still didn't know this. Like, what the fuck is going on? A little later on in the year, after more extensive research and more things popping up, late summer, early summer last year, I started seeing 11:11 a lot. I started seeing 11:11 all the time. Like, every time I turned around, it was 11:11. There was a day I was on my way to work to go to work in Queens, standing at the train station, and I don't know where these feathers came from. And it's like they fell out of heaven. I swear to you. And I was on the phone with my cousin. I'm like, yo, you know, how we call each other, you know. And I'm like, I just walked under a shitload of like white feathers out of nowhere. It went from seeing 11:11 to seeing 1:11 to then further on seeing 22:22 to then seeing 12:22 and 12:12. Those are the numbers, but 11:11 was a lot. And when I kept, something said, okay, Google 11:11. I'm like, okay, 11:11 what? I came to find out 11:11 is 1111. Side by side on a paper, on your fingers, when you look at it, 11:11 and 11:11, that is a portal. That is a gateway to spiritual enlightenment and ascension. Now, what made it even more intense is that, coming to find out, I knew but didn't know to the extent that I had certain special psychic gifts, which I just realized in this current space of separation that me and my twin flame had back in October of last year. So, this is my story. It gets way crazier than this. It gets way deeper than this. But this is for people who don't understand. And I can't really go into this on my IG platform unless I go live. But I realized that with your twin flame, if your twin flame is in another situation, we're going to keep it 125% real raw, Dougie style, no cap facts. If your twin flame is dealing with another situation, which means it could be a job, it could be a baby father, it could be a baby mother, it can be the parents, it could be the siblings, it could be friends, and it could be their own demons. Okay? Demons meaning fears, anxieties, alcohol, Percocets, cocaine, heroin, drugs, outside of weed. If they are dealing with these other things that seem to take hold of their life, that is your twin flame's karmic partner. Karmic, if you look at it and listen to it, comes from the word karma. Karmic, karma. I realize that as a twin flame, there is certain things that you have to do to heal. A lot of us have dealt with abandonment issues, whether it's from parents, another relationship that we were in, family. We have parental issues, whether we don't get along with our mother, we don't get along with our father. We holding on to past regret from other relationships. We are in a codependent relationship, which means you could be living somewhere or, okay, we're just going to say that. You could be living somewhere with another person that is your karmic partner. Your karmic partner to you as a twin flame, whether you are the woman twin flame or the male twin flame dealing with karmic partners. We're going to say a karmic situation. I have gotten so much information, and when I sit down by myself right now, I'm thinking to myself like, okay, so this is what the issue is. And somebody explained it to me very, very well in one of her videos that she has posted. You and your twin flame will never be in complete union until all the doors in either one of your lives outside of the two of you are closed. Now, this is very simple, and I don't think it's the least bit tricky. Because when you think about it, and it's so funny because a co-worker explained to me last night when I kind of told him, I didn't really talk about twin flames at all. We were talking about someone else and their life and their bullshit. When you meet your twin flame, that is the end all be all. You may try to move on to other people. You may sit down and talk to God like, yo, God, not for nothing, give me a soulmate because I can't deal with this. How long is my other half going to keep going through this bullshit? How long do you want me to sit down and wait until he's done with this bullshit or till she's done with this dumb shit? Or the bullshit, the karmic, the karma that they have to close out. You will never be in full union unless you do the healing work, you forgive what you know, move on from what you know. Twin flame is a spiritual connection. It's a spiritual connection that God has created. When you meet this person is the last person you're going to be with. For some of us, we have been single for damn near 7 to 10 years. We may have had other encounters, dated somebody, slept with a couple people, or we may have had tried to make the one out of these people and they weren't supposed to be. This is to show us these other people that we have had these miniature relationships, and I'm doing air quotes, miniature relationships with, because they were the catalyst to the things that we were not supposed to have. They came into our life to show us the things that we don't want. So when the thing that we do want, or the thing that God is like, okay, today's November 23rd, 2017, I'm ready to let these two people meet. You see, everyone thinks everything is a coincidence. Nothing in life is a coincidence. There is a day and a time for everybody to meet. Things in life, I realize, being on this twin flame journey, is orchestrated to a T. It is perfectly planned out. This whole twin flame has already been pre-written into the stars. This is why our partners, even ourselves, will look at us and be like, I feel like I already know you. What they don't know is, and what the gag is, we were already created to be these divine, spiritual, gifted people way before we were even created in our mother's womb. When you are sprinkled, when destiny is sprinkled over you specifically in your life, you have a purpose. You are going to meet this woman, you're going to meet this man at this time in your life on this day. And we are going to stand behind the scenes and we're going to orchestrate everything that goes on in your relationship. Every single thing that happens, it's going to teach you how to heal. Your twin flame is the exact replica copy of your soul. Your twin flame is the other half of your soul. It is one soul that was split into two. One soul split into two. So when you feel energetically connected to your masculine or to your feminine, your divine feminine and your divine masculine is who your twin flame counterpart may be. Now here's another thing. Your twin flame counterpart, it can be gay, lesbian, straight, bisexual, transgender. It doesn't matter the sexual preference. Okay? Because everybody has a twin flame. I am the woman in my twin flame relationship. Full-blooded. Sometimes you being the woman, you can carry more masculine energy. Which hence why you may end up being the runner sometimes. The male part of you, your other half, who is male, sometimes on some occasions in some twin flame relationships, he might just carry more feminine energy. Which means he will then be the chaser. Because, and it's sucky, and I say this because by nature, by how heaven was created, okay, and how testosterone and estrogen is technically designed, the woman is supposed to be that one that's supposed to be, the woman is supposed to be the, you get it, you see this retrograde messing me up. The woman is supposed to be the one that is supposed to be chased, not the chaser. But in the twin flame dynamic, because women are more open to their spirituality and we ascend at a quicker rate than the male part of our relationship, we ascend faster, so we get it quicker. And we understand, and we research, and we Google, and we find information, and we listen. everything that needs to be shown to you about what this relationship is going to fall into your path, one way or the other. It's going to make your brain go. You're going to want to start to Google things that you never thought you were supposed to Google. What is this? What is that? Why am I feeling this? Why my left side of my head tingling? Why my right brain feels like it's switching? It's an elevation process of your higher consciousness. I've learned a lot being on this twin flame journey and being in this twin flame relationship. If this was me a year ago, I would still be crying. I would still be calling this man 14,000 times a day. I would be texting him at normal times that I would be texting him around the clock. Every day. Calling him every day. Every day, all day. When you come into your power, and it's not to say to surrender and to let them go. Okay? Surrender as in to give it some slack. When you elevate and you're being elevated and they keep ascending you to a higher level, and you are secure in your position in this individual's life. And it's not even being secure where you have to be cocky. It's being secure and knowing that this is your other half. And you know for a fact, your twin flame, this is a definite fact. Your twin flame will never feel the same way about anybody else the way they feel about you. It's not supposed to happen that way. People have tried. It's so bad to the point where I test it out. I look at other dudes. I see dudes all day. And when I look at other dudes, I just get disgusted. And not get disgusted like, oh, he's unattractive. I just get disgusted like, he's not my man. He's not my other soul. He's not my other half. He's not my twin. Here's the juicy part about me and my twin flame relationship. Me and my twin flame also have twins. I have twin boys and so does he. Both of our twin boys, his set of boys who are twins, and my set of boys who are twins, are fraternal set of twins. Both sets. My set and his. You would realize these quirky little quirks in your twin flame relationship. That seems very odd. Some of you guys may have the same exact birthday. Some of you guys may have the same lazy eye. Some of you guys may have something in your dynamic of your relationship and your past that is identical, if not extremely similar in every single way, shape, or form. Now, the karmic partner, which may be a job, alcohol, family, baby fathers and baby mothers, are here as the catalyst to teach your divine counterpart that they deserve better. So it sounds really shitty and really cold-hearted that this is how it works, but that person that they're dealing with is supposed to de-womanize them and emasculate them. Make them feel like shit, bring in the guilt. Don't let it be children involved, because if it's children involved, it's even way worse. But what the divine is trying to get your other counterpart to see is, when are you going to realize that the more we try to take you out of the situation is the more you keep trying to reel yourself back in? The divine knows exactly what it's doing when it drops certain information and it makes certain things happen in their life, which is like a tower moment on the tarot card. We all know the tower moment on a tarot card is called chaos and it's crumbling and things are falling apart. Because your heart is literally somewhere else and your body is way over here. Half of you and your heart is over there and your physical form is somewhere else. It's at a tug of war. You need to bring that completely together. These karmic partners, like I said, whether it's a job, a baby mother, a baby father, alcohol, the father who just hates the son, the mother who just thinks the son is a piece of whatever, how it goes. Your divine counterpart, whether it's male or female, has to learn their lessons from this individual that's wreaking nothing but chaos, havoc, and hell on their life. If not on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, if not on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, if not on an hourly basis, to the second in their life. Every time your counterpart turns around, it's always some other bullshit that takes place with this individual. Because what this individual unsubconsciously doesn't even know is that they're teaching, they're sent in your divine counterpart's life, your twin flame's life, to teach your twin flame self-respect, self-worth, to love yourself first. That's before the job, before the kids, before the parents, before the brothers, before the sisters, before the siblings. It's about you first. You have to come first, because if you are not in alignment with thyself and with your goals and where your heart is, if you are not in alignment with these things, everything else is going to seem like chaos to you. Because it will be. They are the ones to tear down this person so that they can build themselves back up. Without this person. Codependency issues. Codependency issues means either the family's depending on you, your father's depending on you, the baby father's depending on you, you're depending on them. The baby mother's depending on you. You're depending on them. There's some type of codependency relationship that goes on. It has nothing to do with intimacy. It's got nothing to do with sex, and it's got nothing to do with love. There might have been love there at one point. But you see how fast that changed when you start to think about yourself and think about the situation like, well, damn, this person was never always like this. Exactly. Because once they switch, that's when the switch happened in your life, and then that's what you met. And that's when you will meet the next person. This is how it goes. They switch like that to tear you down like that because you have to see that, okay, this is not where you're supposed to be. It's not. Because you have family here and you got a father over there and you have kids over there, God never told you that's where you had to be miserable for the next 50 years of your life. You're choosing to do that. You're choosing to do that, and you're choosing to delay your own abundance, your own happiness, and you're putting your life, you're delaying where you should be right now. You delayed your life by 3.5 years, 4 years, or 10 years. Because you should be way over here, and you're still here. You're still here. You didn't move. You didn't pass go. You didn't collect $200. You didn't even go to jail. You didn't even make a lot. You didn't even make a left at Peach Street. You didn't even take your ass to Walmart and come back. You're still stuck in the same spot. How are you still stuck in the same spot 10, 13, maybe even 15 years in the same situation? That's impossible. Some of our twin flames, including ourselves, we're operating, I'm going to say we're, because we have all done it. We have all operated off of fear. Fear is also a negative, low vibe energy. Nothing good comes from fear. Oh, I'm afraid that it's going to end up like this. I'm afraid that you're going to do me like how he did me. I'm afraid that you're going to do to me what she did to me. If you have that much love in your counterpart and that much faith in them, why would you think, and if you love them that much, deep down, your counterpart, your twin flame, your other half of you knows this person will never do me like that. But to keep their feelings under control as a defense mechanism, that has to come from the mind. That comes from the subconscious, fear. There's nothing wrong with the relationship, but I'm going to make something up to make it a problem because this is my own inner issues. This is what they're teaching us to heal as a collective. Heal your heart. Heal your pain. I'm just going to get straight to the point. You got to let the drama go. And to be 1,000% honest, the drama does not come from the person that they love. The drama usually comes from somebody else who, in their own mind, does not realize that once they let this individual, this karmic partner, whether it's family, fathers, baby mothers, baby fathers, whatever, they don't realize you are doing things, saying things, and got your hand in certain shit that you shouldn't have your hands in to bind and keep a motherfucker from moving forward. Excuse me. Keep our divine counterparts from moving forward. Here's the jizz to what I've really learned in my solitude and actually doing the research. Once this karmic, we're going to say baby daddy. Once said baby father actually stops playing these manipulative mind games, doing things that manipulates, doing things to this individual that will manipulate their energy to keep them from leaving. We're not even going to go into the logistics. We're going to call it that because we all know what I'm talking about. That kind of stuff manipulates somebody's energy. Okay? It's all energy. Everything is energy. Thoughts, phone conversations, text messages, sneezing, breathing. Everything is energy. So when you can manipulate a situation to keep it from going the way it's supposed to go because you're greedy and you can't let go, you are now bringing more karma. You're now bringing more karma into your life. It's been dead. You done took the hatchet, you done buried it, you done set the shit on fire, and this person is holding on by the skin of their teeth. This individual person, place, or thing is going to try everything they can to not let you go. Everything they can. If some of these karmic partners have sold their soul literally to the devil, just to make sure that you or your counterpart doesn't get ahead. I'm going to be completely honest, and I said this to myself in here, in the comfortability of my own home, saying there is literally right now a battle between heaven and hell in physical form. Because if you really want to go into it like that, I'm gonna give it to you like this too. I was gonna say that we're earth angels. Here we go. I've always told my masculine, I'm an angel walking too close to the ground. And I don't even think he knows what I was talking about. He probably does. He probably did. It's so embedded in my blood system that I'm going to get it tattooed. Angel walking too close to the ground. Because angels usually don't walk, they fly. But when you are technically, quote unquote, an earth angel, you are here to do something. This is not about religion, being Christian, being Buddhist, being Muslim. This is about your spiritual being. This is about your soul. When you die, that essence of you has to go somewhere. This is about evolution. This is about living the life that has been sitting in this book and that's supposed to start 6 months ago, and now we are 6 months behind. Because of a situation outside of the twin flame relationship that keeps delaying the twins from moving forward. You cannot go into complete union with your twin flame until their doors are the other doors of the chaos that actually goes on in their life is completely shut. Which means you have to leave if you're the twin flame that's in a karmic relationship, or if your other half, male or female, is in a karmic relationship. Hence, it's not really a physical relationship. There's no sex involved, and there's, no emotion, and there's no passion involved. But there's a lesson that they have to learn from this individual before they can move forward with you. And I believe some of them right now are learning a lot of their lessons. And I know some of them right now are wishing that they would have listened sooner. This is why you send them love, you send them light, you send them healing, you send them anything you can, because what you need to realize too, when you heal yourself is when you heal the other half of you, which is them. So you're doing half of the work for them while they're doing the other half of the work for themselves. And when they heal the other half of themselves, that other half of themselves that they're healing is healing you, and you already doing the work to heal yourself. Go through your issues. Look in the mirror and reflect. What is my issues? What are my problems? What are my fears? What's stopping me from moving forward with this obviously beautiful creature? What am I so afraid of? Do I have any baggage that I need to lock and seal and burn up before I step forward? Do I have some people that I need to cut out of my life? Do I got to get rid of a baby father? Do I have to energetically get away from this person? Because you don't realize, and I say this all the time about my masculine, I know he can feel the energetic difference when he's around me and he's in that situation. It's such a high vibration when he comes around me that I know in the atmosphere of where he's at, it's like it's suffocating him. He can choke off the difference. When someone can walk into your presence, into your house, and do one of these, that's a sigh of release. That means they have been walking around tense all this time to not finally come around and be around you. And the key thing is too that when twin souls, twin flames get together, they balance each other out. They balance each other out. Your vibrational levels. You know how when they say good vibes, bad vibes? The bad vibes is the karmic partner, and the good vibes is their other half. When you come around your twin flame, you feel like you are one. You can actually relax because it's an exchange of energy. You give me your pain and I'll give you my pleasure, and that will balance it out. The yin to the yang, baby. The 69 symbol. Yin to the yang. It's all about balance. Balancing your energies, balancing your counterpart, balancing your other half. This is what it is. More people need to start doing more healing and need to start doing their work. Heal. I'm going to get straight to the point. Heal your bullshit. Heal your bullshit. Because I know when I want my masculine to come back around, I don't want him dealing with that shit anymore. I don't. I do not. Because it took me roughly about 2 months. I'm not even going to lie to you. It took me 3 weeks to realize, even though I've been realizing this, but when you actually put 2 and 2 together, it took me 3 weeks. And it took me well over a week. And it took me a little less than that. It took me at least 48 hours to realize, Once you hit the right sources and you get the right information and it explains it to you the way it is, it makes sense. Here's a little tidbit, right? My coworker told me Wednesday night while I was at work. He said to me, you see, what people don't really understand is, how do you want a better life and you still fucking with fuck shit? That's the key. You got one hand in heaven and you got your foot fucking with the devil. How could you expect to move forward if you still got somebody that's projecting their negativity off on you that keeps you stuck? You can't be in two worlds at once. If you know you want to move forward in life, and this is, Mercury retrograde, leave me alone. I'm going to generalize this last point. If you really want better in life, and you really know that you have people or someone who's encouraging to you, why would you stop that to sit in a negative, to be in a negative spot continuously? It's time to let your strength be stronger than your fear. A lot of them are strong as hell and don't even know how strong they are. If you're half of me, which you are, and if they're half of you, and you exude all of this strength and positivity and love and light, it hasn't clicked off like a light bulb from them yet. Ooh, like a light bulb for them yet. Fucking Mercury retrograde, excuse my language. It hasn't clicked like a light bulb for them yet. So it's like, okay, it hasn't clicked for you yet? All right, so you got to go. There's still something else you got to learn from this person before it clicks. When you can actually sit there and say to yourself, all the way truth, I don't want to deal with this negative shit anymore. I don't even want to be in this crib. I don't even want to be at this job. I don't even want to be around you, bro. When you can actually ace of swords your shit, which means speaking truth, mental clarity. When you can king of swords your shit or queen of wands your shit, these are all tarot cards that I'm naming, by the way. When your Hierophant and your High Priestess has a light bulb over their head, the Hierophant and the High Priestess is a spiritual match. The High Priestess and the Hierophant is the all-knowing. That's the wisdom. That's the third eye. That's the higher consciousness. When you start getting things in dreams and you start hearing things in other people's conversations, that message was for you. It just came through another way. You're seeing things in dreams. In the streets, they call it vibes. In energy, in the streets, they call it vibes. In religion, they call it spirits. And science, they call it energy. It never lies. Listen to it and pay attention. I am Divinely Guided, aka Brown Sugar. This is my little bit of info, and I hope you guys all love it. Share, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to talk about it, we could talk about it. I really created this video because I wanted to link it to my Instagram so people can go and check out the video. Just to get a little bit more insight. I mean, I have enough information to make a bunch more videos, but I am going to try to balance my own shit out first because I got a lot of stuff going on. Helping people, helping others. I pull my daily positive cards for the day. And FYI, I don't pull my cards. I don't ever take a card, pull it, and drop it out. I don't ever do that. I let my source, I ask for the card for the day. The card falls out. That's the message that's supposed to be posted. I don't ever touch cards. I only touch the cards to shuffle, and I will keep shuffling until something falls out. If it's 1, if it's 2, if it's 3, if it's 4, I don't ever take more than 2. But if a card comes, this is how I deal with my cards. My cards is offer energy from me and intuitively. Whatever message needs to be posted that day, the card will drop for that day. So like I said, this is Brown Sugar, aka Divinely Guided 1111 on Instagram. You can Instagram me. This is just a video to inform, drop some information on twin flames. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. If you pay attention to it and you listen to it and it's informative, by all means, take the information with you. If it resonates, if you're experiencing this, if you're seeing these numbers, if you're seeing something that reminds you of the person you're dealing with, seeing their name, hearing their name, seeing their favorite color, seeing someone that looks like them, dreaming of them, songs that remind you of them, you're in a twin flame connection. And your connection is more realer than anybody else you will ever come across in your life. Actually, it's the realest. There's nothing that comes more realer after this person. So, love and light, blessings. Okay? As above, so below. Good night.